Hey everybody, it's Dave Duford here at Final Expense Agent Mentor, where I help agents like you succeed in the insurance business. And today I have an important message to deliver you, and it involves this little thing right here. Perhaps you have seen this particular person, this particular entity in the insurance business. Upon running into these types of people, these unfortunate individuals tend to lose all logical capacity. They forget how to function normally. And they become so blindingly loyal to a concept that they never get the kind of success that was promised to them through these particular organizations. Of course, what I'm talking about is multi-level marketing companies in the mortgage protection business. And what the topic of today's video is mortgage protection and multi-level marketing, and why you should be very so careful not to drink the Kool-Aid. So I like Kool-Aid and all, but when it comes to insurance, ain't that good of an idea to drink. So let's get started here. So what we're going to do is just kind of briefly talk about what multi-level marketing is, why it's so popular, who it's good for, and then why it's probably not a good idea for you and what you could do about it instead. So let me just answer or provide to you what multi-level marketing is, a quick definition. So multi-level marketing, if you've never heard of it before, I'm sure you have, is the concept of recruiting people into an organization to represent a product. It doesn't have to be insurance. It can be makeup or all sorts of things. Gold, I've seen even. And to rep those products, to sell those products, but then also to recruit people to do the same thing too, to build a downline and make a passive income. It's really, multi-level marketing has this connotation of scamminess to it. We'll get into why that is true, I think, to some extent in this particular business, the mortgage protection business. But in truth, multi-level marketing is a legit type of business. It's how all businesses are run. All businesses have hierarchies. All businesses have executives and mid-level managers and a pyramid going down. So it's not like this concept is some sort of, scam inherently. The problem with multi-level marketing is what actually happens to the working agent and what type of opportunity they truly get. Because what is shown to them and what is promised to them, unfortunately, it just does not match reality. And that's what I'm going to try to prove to you today. If you're looking at one of these multi-level marketing organizations, why you should heed special concern and not necessarily jump in with both feet until you really give this some considerable thought. So why is multi-level marketing so popular? Well, if you look back into the annals of the insurance business, the biggest organizations, specifically A.L. Williams, operated under a multi-level marketing type of system. They recruited agents and put them on the so-called crusade of buy term to sell and buy term and invest the difference, and then went out, sold that business to people who were happy to get term and to replace their whole life insurance, and then they were brought into the fold to carry on the crusade. So people built these natural downlines, and through that, amazing, literally earthquakes in the business happen. When A.L. Williams was doing this buy term and invest the difference approach, whole life was a predominant product. Now in 2018, whole life is a marginal portion of the total amount of insurance sold. So people who are ambitious, who want to recruit and build large insurance agencies, simply just model the A.L. Williams way. Not necessarily the buy term and invest the difference way, but the recruit your friends and family and the people you sell type of approach. Because it does work well in a lot of different organizations that aren't necessarily insurance. So, and it has been shown to work very well. A lot of these multi-level marketing programs work very well. They make a lot of money for the agency. There is a lot of people who are predisposed to going the multi-level marketing way because it sounds great and it seems as if there is an opportunity there for them. So before I go into explain why that's not necessarily the case in most cases, let me tell you who multi-level marketing is really great for. If all you concern yourself with is building an agency and you don't care about recruiting, you don't care about the quality of training, and you love the concept of a multi-level type of approach to selling, then then you're appropriate for a multi-level marketing organization. However, if you don't want to recruit agents, if you want to come into this business selling mortgage protection to just sell mortgage protection, and you want to actually create a career out of this, And maybe you'll recruit down the line, but you don't want to start recruiting before you even sold the first policy like a lot of these organizations do. The multi-level marketing probably is going to drive you crazy. And so let me tell you why, to build up on that, if that's not enough reason, why multi-level marketing operations just aren't the best place to be, especially starting off as a new agent. The first thing is it's most likely the person who recruited you has never sold the first policy. Again, when you're brought into these multi-level marketing organizations, the first thing they tell you is here's a pamphlet on the products you're selling, but here's some training, really good, valuable training on recruiting your friends, your family, your neighbors, your future clients, and bringing them into the fold. And don't you want to create a passive income through an agency? And while some people say yes, a lot of people say no. And it's likely that that training you're going to get from your upline, from the person who brought you in, is not going to have the actual face-to-face training over a considerable period of time to teach you the craft of selling insurance, teach you the craft of selling mortgage protection insurance. So you're already at a disadvantage because every product that you sell out there, every product that you rep, anything that you do in a professional capacity, there is a knowledge base that you need to spend time collecting for yourself. You need to do training with people who know what they're talking about, who have obvious levels of success. You got to have access to a lead system. You got to have access to fair commission levels. And if you don't get that, each one of those that you don't get lowers your chances of success, even if you're the greatest salesman on earth. So other things that make multi-level marketing bad is because it is such a downline-driven business, the starting commissions for first-year agents who are just brand new tend to be really low. We're talking about sometimes half the level of commission you can get with another organization. And again, if your intention here is to become a world-class insurance producing mortgage protection agent and you just want to produce, why are you giving up all this commission to pay all these people above you who practically don't do a thing for you when you could move to an organization to start with who will start you at these levels to maximize your take-home commission? Why is this important? Well, because most of the time when you sell mortgage protection, you are going to incur costs of doing business, right? You're going to have direct mail leads that you have to buy. So you have to put money into your business just like any other. And the more upside that you have on commission, the easier it is to overcome that cost of doing business. There's a lot of multi-level marketing organizations that start their commissions off at 50%, and their leads cost $50 a lead. If you sell a $1,000 deal, and you make 50% of that, that's $500 in commission. And if you had to work 10 leads to get that, you've just broken even. Whereas if you made 100% commission, let's say, you would have made $1,000 in commission off of that same deal. And if you paid off the $500, you still have $500 left over. So you made a return on your money. And the higher that margin is, the more flexibility you have if you have a bad week. That happens in sales. It's normal. The less margin you have, the quicker you're going to be taken out. And again, these are things that are going to matter tremendously in your overall profitability. And last but not least, you really need to work with an organization who is passionate about training and coaching you to become successful. When you don't have access to that and you're left to somebody who just only knows how to recruit, it's very highly likely you're not going to get the same amount of success, to say the least. So what you want to do instead, to summarize this conversation, is find an organization that's focused on actually training. They want to find an organization that wants to take you in, that you fit their model, and you want to receive mentorship, and they can deliver it to you, training, coaching, a solid lead program that's going to optimize things for you, and then being able to have that continual support going forward, because even though if you have all this to start with, you're still going to have questions as you get out there and work your leads. You have to have all of that to give yourself the best chance of success. A lot of these multi-level marketing corporations, guys, they're focused on the spaghetti method or the shotgun methods. Throw it up against the wall and see what sticks. And as the old saying goes, I'll end with, hire them in masses, train them in classes, sell all your friends and family and fire their asses. That is the mantra of the multi-level marketing organization. Do not fall into that trap. Instead, if you'd like to learn about an alternative approach that fits what I described earlier, of course, that's what I do in my Mortgage Protection Agent Program. If you'd like to learn more, very easy to do so. Go to mortgageprotectionagentmentor.com. Send me a message via the contact box, and then we can begin a conversation to see if you would be a good fit or mutually would be a good fit to work together. My name is David Duford. Please comment, thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't. And thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoyed this important message. Goodbye.